Hey everybody, happy Monday. I apologize because Facebook would not let me go live in my group. And so I'm just recording this and I'm going to put it in there. But I did have an event scheduled for to start 9 minutes ago, and I am so sorry that you're not getting me live, but I will circle back around and read the comments. So if you are watching this recording on Facebook or YouTube, please make a comment and just say, hashtag replay or something like that, and let me know that you're tuning in. I'm Cindy Baker. I'm what you'd call an executive function coach. So I'm in essence a productivity coach. I specialize in empowering professionals with ADHD to overcome overwhelm and manage their time, energy, and focus so they can grow their business without burnout. So if that sounds interesting to you, you are in the right place. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We have an interesting topic today. Um, this is a little brain hack that I'm going to share with you. So it's called the now or not now brain hack. And so um, it's to help you stop overthinking. How many of you overthink? Um, one of my clients in my coaching group said something about this the other day that she thinks too much is what she said. And I think that's what she meant is that instead of acting, she's thinking through all the steps. So it helps you stop overthinking, helps you overcome procrastination, and dramatically improve your follow through. Because that's something, now, this is not just for ADHD people, but if that's something that you struggle with, uh, especially when your brain loves to wander and get distracted. Excuse me. So by the end of this short little training, you're going to have a mental switch that you can flip anytime that you feel stuck or indecisive. How does that sound? So let's get this out of the way. If you struggle with follow through, it is not because you're lazy. It's because your brain is trying to protect you from overload. So when everything feels urgent, your executive function, that's the CEO of your brain, it gets flooded. So your brain takes the easy way out, distraction, right? Or delay or busy work that feels productive, but it really isn't. Um, does that sound familiar? uh, Go ahead and put in the chat if that sounds like you. And I'm sorry about my voice. As you know, I have allergies. I feel like I'm constantly um, apologizing for my voice. But anyway, you're not broken. That's the thing. You just need a simpler way to decide what to do next. Um, if you have too many tasks and not enough focus, then your brain just gets overwhelmed, and it needs to know where to start. And if it doesn't, then you're just going to avoid doing the thing, right? You're going to feel guilty. You're going to be frustrated. So follow through is something that we need to work on. Um, so it's called the overthinking loop because we get stuck in this loop, and you think about doing something, and then you analyze it, you debate it, you reprioritize it, you know, and then eventually, boom, you've burned through your focus before you've even started, you know? And this is especially common for ADHD brains because we crave stimulation. The deciding process becomes the things that we hyper focus on. Instead of taking action, we're too busy deciding. So that's where this hack comes in. Um, the now or not now hack. Should I do this first or should I do that first? Do I have time to finish it? What if I start it and don't finish it? This is loop. We overthink. So it's an easy hack, and it's going to be easy for you to remember. When you're unsure what to do, ask yourself this one question. Is this a now thing or a not now thing? It's so simple, but this has really helped me. That's it. Two options, no middle ground. If it's a now, then you take the next small action. If it's a not now, then you give yourself full permission to let it go until later without guilt. And so this bypasses your brain's tendency to overanalyze and replaces it with clarity and control. So there's no in between, no endless debating. It's one or the other, now or not now. Those are your only two choices. So let's talk about a little bit about the brain science behind it. Your brain burns energy on every micro decision. When you simplify choices like now or not now, then you're reducing decision fatigue. It reduces that mental friction. The quick question helps your brain shift from reactive mode to intentional mode. See, it engages the part of your brain that's responsible for planning and follow through instead of panic and avoidance, that fight or flight part of that limbic system in your brain. So you're not just tricking your brain, you're training it. So instead of a brain hack, we could have said brain training. But it activates that prefrontal cortex, which is the part of your brain that allows you to focus and plan and sequence things, get started, all of that. So again, it works because it simplifies your choices and it reduces decision fatigue. And it helps you shift from reactive to intentional. So let's talk about, real life. It's great in theory, but the goal is not to do everything. It's to do the right thing right now. When, what you do is what's important. When you label tasks not now, you're not avoiding them. You're scheduling them intentionally. They don't just disappear. That's what creates momentum, because each small now builds confidence and follow through muscles. And so this method turns scattered energy into laser focus. You open your to-do list and you ask which one thing is a now task, and move all the not now tasks to later. Don't forget about them. You schedule them and start one now action right away. It just keeps you from procrastinating. So let's take an example. Let's say that one of my clients had 42 tasks on her to-do list, 42, okay? And so she felt completely frozen. And so she decides to use this brain hack, and she goes to the list and she asks herself, is this now or not now? And let's say it ends up that only 2 items were now. It'd be nice to get other things done now, but really only 2 had to be done now. So she finishes those, and let's say under an hour. And how's she going to feel after she does that? She's going to feel momentum, right? She's going to feel motivated, because it's not about doing it all. It's about doing what matters now. Which ones are now? That's how you gain traction. So here's some common mistakes to avoid. First, if you call everything now, then you're going to overwhelm yourself again. So keep it small, just 1 or 2 nows at a time. 1 or 2 nows at a time. Now you can go back through your list a couple hours later and pick another now. But don't pick all of the nows and try to do them all at once. Second, don't guilt yourself for the not nows. It's okay to not do everything because you're not going to do it anyway. You're going to end up being frozen and not do anything. You're simply parking those things until your brain has the bandwidth to do them. Okay. And then finally, revisit your list once a day, at least once a day. Okay. And then maybe look at it again once a week as a weekly thing, but once a day at least. I look at mine several times a day. So the not nows are going to shift naturally as your priorities and your energy changes, because you're not going to have the same energy level throughout the day either. Okay. So to really boost results, pair this brain training or this brain hack with time blocking or the focus sprints that I teach. Once you've chosen your now, then give it a time container, let's say 25 minutes, and then set a timer, put away all the distractions, and start. And focus on that one thing, undivided attention on one thing. And at the end, celebrate what you accomplished. Even if it's not fully done, just celebrate your progress. Progress over perfection. That's one of my many mantras that my coaching clients know that I have all these little mantras. But progress over perfection. So this reinforces your follow-through habits and it makes your brain crave more wins. There's a whole training I have on this 25 to 90-minute sprint focus, but that's kind of the nutshell version. Okay, now when you practice the now or the not now, you train your brain. You train it to focus on one thing at a time. You start trusting yourself again. You finish more of what you start, and you don't feel so overwhelmed. And then that consistency compounds over time, and it creates real momentum in your business and your work and your life. It has a ripple effect. So before we wrap up, I want you to try this for yourself today. I want you to commit to try this today. Pick one thing that you've been avoiding and then just ask yourself the question, is this now or not now? And you're going to do one of two things. You're either going to do it if you decided it's a now thing, or you're going to schedule it if it's a not now thing. And then notice how your brain calms down. Notice how it feels to take clear, simple action. It reduces the stress tremendously. It's a tiny shift, but it can transform your productivity more than any complex system out there. It's simple. It's not necessarily easy because you're not used to it. But once you get some practice in, this will get easier and easier. So you pick one task that you've been putting off, you ask yourself now or not now. And if it's now, you do it today. And you can set a timer, you can put away distractions, however you want to do it. If it's not now, schedule it. Don't feel guilty about it. Okay? Now, if you really like this training and want to go deeper, I've got something coming up, depending on when you're watching this replay. I have one coming up this week on Thursday and one in December as well. But it is a workshop called Focused and Finished Accelerator. And we're going to build on what you learned today. You're going to turn these ideas into practical, personalized system for your brain. And you walk away with a plan that feels doable. It's repeatable. It's not draining. So I'm going to put the link to register. It's 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central on Thursday, November 13th. I believe the next one is, geez, well, I don't want to tell you the wrong date. I'll put it in the comments, but it's in December. So it's $297. You get some bonuses for signing up today. And if you wouldn't mind, just drop me a little note and let me know which one you plan to attend, the November or the December one, because I do limit the number of seats so that I can individualize the assistance that I give. And you get a workbook. We go through it together. It's interactive. It's not me talking the whole time. We go through the activities together. You're unmuted, you're talking, you're on camera, we're interacting, and it's a lot of fun and it's super practical. So, would love to invite you to that, and I think you'll love it. Thank you so much for being here today. Again, I'm sorry the live streaming did not work. Hopefully, you will watch this replay all the way through. And remember, your power starts with what you choose now. So I encourage you to practice those steps and have a super productive day. I'll see you next time.